Yo, it is your boy Invincible. I want to give a huge shout out to Cali-Born Dreams. They got this pink lemonade. It's Bombay. And we sipping this every day. I ain't even gonna front. I got a little bit of THC. So it got me feeling like I'm on cloud 9. They also got the gummies. Make sure you check the gummies. We got to get the gummies. Got the melatonin in it. So if you're having trouble sleeping, make sure you check out the gummies. Watermelon flavored. And we got the iced tea with the lemon. So you know you can't go wrong. Got to be strong with the THC and the CBD. Melatonin to help you sleep at night, or the THC to help you on cloud 9. It's your boy Invincible, and shout out to Cali-Born Dreams, and we out.
Gentleman Club Diary.
Yo, it is your boy Invincible, and you are watching another episode of the Gentleman Club Diary. We got some really, really cool guests. I mean, we got some super freaks. I mean, like super duper freaks every day of the week. Not one day of the week, 7 days of the week. So we got some super freaks. We got a special guest. Hold up. She's fine, like super fine. And she goes by the name of Ava Devine.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we got boobies and booty up in here.
Yes.
Boobies and boobies. I don't know. Anyways, Marcela. We got Marcela, another special guest. She is super dope. She got the heavy duty booty, and she got boobies too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of heavy duty booty up in this room right now. Yeah. So I basically want to thank you guys for taking your guys' time, because it is hot in Vegas right now. Not as hot as you guys, but it's hot. I lost a few pounds coming over here. I'm gonna be slim after this, baby. I'm gonna be looking like a model right now. All right, so Ava Devine, I want to start with you because I really want to know, are you really that freaky?
Totally. I am totally that freaky. And first of all, I just want to thank you for having me and Marcela on. And I'm honored to be here. It's going to be so much fun. We have so much juicy stories, hilarious, all true stories to tell you. And yes, I'm totally freaky.
Okay,
and I love it. Yeah.
We're about to get freaky in this room right now. Excuse us, it's about to get X-rated, right, Marcella? Is it gonna
yes.
I'm about to take off the clothes right now. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. Yeah, I'm just messing with you guys. Okay, I want to know something. Like, is it true that women, when they get older, they get more hornier?
Oof, I don't know. I've kind of been horny all my... Like, I think I probably popped out of the womb horny. I've been horny all my life. So, I don't know. My horny levels have kind of been the same since...
I can vouch, though, when I turned 30, I remember it was kind of a very good period of time because I enjoyed one-night stands during that period of time.
Oh,
like
one-night
stands? Did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was a period of time when I hit 30 that I was like, okay, come in. Okay, you got to go. Bye.
Ooh, I love it. Hit it and quit it.
But I really, I remember that, like, right after I hit 30, I was like, wow, the sex drive hit. At that period of time. But as a woman ages, I feel like we know what we want.
Yeah.
We want to know what we want directly. And, it's less complicated when we were younger. I feel like that too.
Okay, yeah, Marcela, I'm gonna start with you. What do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah, whether it's sexually, whether it's long term, what do you want?
Well, currently I just like a big muscular man.
Okay, I gotta get some muscles.
Where's
the weight at?
I gotta get. What I say. I always tell people I'm Cuban, Puerto Rican, and Mexican by injection.
Oh.
I love my Latinos.
All
you
right.
Know what I'm saying? So I do like muscles. I do like a man. I like a heterosexual man. I like a man that's into sports or into some sort of activity, but a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going to be with a man, you know what I'm saying?
Gentleman. So, all right. How about you, Ava Devine? What are you looking for in this present time?
What am I looking for? I think, God, that's really hard because I just like a heartbeat. I love a really hard dick.
Okay.
But I'm also really into pussy too.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I was into it, and then I kind of faded out. And now that I'm older, like what Marcel was saying, it's like I kind of know what I want, and I'm like really loving both. I want women and men equally, and I'm enjoying it. Like, totally.
So if you're dating somebody, would you kind of, would you push to have threesomes, foursomes with multiple women?
Yeah. Definitely. I love it.
You love
because
it.
I'm enjoying being with a woman, but I like getting penetrated by a real dick. I mean, strap-ons are cool, dildos are cool, but I like real dick. And then I love watching my male partner fuck other women. It's hot to me because I love it. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it.
What do you got to say about that, Marcela? Like, would you be cool with your partner smashing another girl?
If it had to be the right partner, though, I feel like.
Yeah.
You can't just get with any guy and be like, okay, let's do this. Let's get freaky now. It has to be the right partner where it's that partner is going to respect your boundaries. So it's a partner that would have to earn it. You get what I'm saying?
I like that.
So,
that's good.
So I get where she's coming from. It just has to be somebody like, trustworthy. Because like I said, when I hit a certain age and I was horny, I knew I just wanted in and out. And some guys, like, I just wanted to hit it and quit it and then bye and never see again. But if I was to go that way, it would have to be a certain partner.
So I would have to earn it, and that's kind of a reward.
Yes,
it's a reward. So I'm gonna get rewarded.
Like they earn it. Like, okay,
I love it.
It's Friday night.
Yeah,
let's go.
We'll bring in
you get
Ava.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then and then the bitches gotta leave.
Okay, we'll kick him out the door. All right.
Kick him out the door.
I like it. Then I'll go smash you. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I got a question because I know you guys came together, and I'm kind of wondering, how did you guys meet? How did this friendship happen?
I remember. You go first.
So,
okay. You go.
I was working. I came to Vegas and I started working in Vegas. And I remember
stripping,
right? I was stripping.
You guys were strippers.
And there was a club called Crazy Horse 2, not 3, 2.
Yep, the best.
And I remember going into the bathroom and I saw her. And there's something called like feature dancers or whatever. And I worked at clubs that had them and not. And I saw her and I was like, do you do porn? Because I was like, the moment I saw her, it was weird. I was like, this woman was meant to do porn. Just by her looks. It was weird. And then when I got to meet her and really know her as a person, because I was originally in the bathroom of a strip club, when I was like, I told her, yo, you need to do porn. You really
told her that?
Yeah, I told her that multiple times because...
Yes, she did. She's a good manager. She'd be a great manager.
I would love to manage her.
Okay, you need a manager.
And there was a time I worked at an agent, like a real talent agency in LA. And that was my goal to like, I was like, she's the one. I'm going to manage her and I'm going to make her a big star, mainstream.
So you were trying to get her on the roster.
Well, that's what I wanted to, but it didn't work out that I became an agent or whatever.
And I couldn't do mainstream.
No.
Yeah.
So you guys were strippers, stripping in the club.
Yes.
Stripping,
in what, 2000?
2000.
Yeah, the Crazy Horse 2.
The year 2000, like right when, what's that word? When, after the 99s, what do they call the?
I know what you're talking about.
I'm drinking. I don't know.
You're drinking. You don't know.
I know what you're talking about. I can't
Y2K.
Yes.
Oh, the Y2K.
Yes.
Everybody was scared about that. I was a little kid thinking that some crazy thing was going to happen.
I love it, little youngster.
Yeah. They said the computers were going to shut down. And
everybody
I
thought that. But
that's
when we met and we worked at the club, and then we worked at that club that we worked at. There was a couple of us. And it was really
stuck
like
together.
A good family.
Yeah.
We stuck together, family. If I got a customer, I'd bring her in because of the fact that if I brought her in, she's going to pull even more money out.
So you were the money maker.
Well, we all were, but
we kind of, this was my thing that I noticed when I worked with certain girls.
Yeah.
If I have a guy and he's spending money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew not to hog him or take over that customer. If I brought somebody else in, she might be able to seal the deal or help out.
Get more money. Yeah.
Get more money.
And I mean, I feel like we all work together and we would help each other. But I will have to say, when I was in the titty bar, first, let me rewind. I started escorting.
You started that?
Yes. I was a phone girl at 18 for the escort services in Vegas. And then one of the owners of one of the company was like, you're fired. You're getting to work. And I was like, fuck. But I always wanted to because I was bizarrely fucking horny. And I met this lady. I was at a retail store selling handbags, and I met this lady, and she was like telling me about how she used to be married. She was dating a pimp, and she worked all over the world. And it was so fascinating to me because I would fuck everyone. Like, she'd see guys come in, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm fucking him tonight. Oh, yeah, that's the guy I fucked yesterday.
Oh,
and she was like,
fucking in the club?
No, this was before I started going to the club.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
This is when I was working at the handbag store at like 17, 18.
Wow.
And she would tell me, girl, what are you doing? You're fucking all these guys for free. You need to get paid for it. And I was like, wow, what a concept. I dig it.
Right.
So I went to the escort service. I became a phone girl because I was a little nervous and I was very insecure of my body when I was younger. So I didn't want to escort just yet. I didn't think I could. I didn't think I was pretty enough or whatever. And then one of the owners fired me and was like, you're going to start escorting. And I was like, okay. And so I was like kind of not forced, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I just needed that nudge, let me say. And then I started doing it and fucking loved it. I fell in love with every client, every customer. I was so horny, so excited. Well, then I stopped doing that. And then I had a boyfriend. I was trying to work a square job as a cocktail waitress. And I was awful at that, but I made pretty good money. And then I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I want to strip. Okay. So I went to, Glitter Gulch. I worked there for like 2 days.
Where was that at?
Glitter Gulch was downtown in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, it has the big emblem with the cowgirl on.
So it's still there too.
Yeah, it's at Barry's Prime. It's in the Circa Hotel.
There after this. We're gonna go.
Okay, let's go. But no, the Glitter Gulch is closed now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so that was sad. But I worked there for 2 days in a row, and I didn't really like it. Then I got into a car accident, and then I took a break because I broke my ankle and my leg. And then I heard about Crazy Horse 2, and I was like, okay, let me try there. And I went there, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm like, there's fucking all these horny guys in one room. I can have them all. And my first day I went to dance at Crazy Horse 2, I didn't know better. I have hooker mentality. And I will always, like, I don't understand lap dances or VIP room and just dance. I'm like, so I looked around the room. This guy came up to me and he's like, I would like a lap dance. My first fucking day. I go, let's go in the VIP room. He took me in the VIP room. I looked around. It was empty. And I'm like, give me an extra 300. He's like, why? I'm like, I'm going to jerk you off. And I fucking, nobody was around.
Yeah.
Fucking made him bust his nut. $300 more than whatever he paid for a VIP room. And I was like, I fucking love it. I'm like, this is my jam right here. Like, when I was escorting, I'd have to drive all over Vegas, go get 86 out of all the hotels because they keep seeing me in there every fucking night. Drive to the Bally's, to fucking Caesars. I got to find the elevator. I got to ask the guy to come down and meet me. And it was embarrassing because the security guard's there. And I'm like, hi. I'm like, who am I waving to? What guy, And so it was just a pain in the ass. So I was like, I think I want to try stripping. And I tried stripping, loved it. Because I was like, all these horny men in one room, I could fucking jack them all off. And that was my path.
So she was a jack off queen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was a jack off queen.
Yeah, but when I met, and suck off, and whatever.
Suck
yeah.
off and jack off queen.
Exactly. But when I met Marcela, I remember seeing this. She had a big, juicy booty, wearing a little short, hot pink skirt, big, juicy, hot pink lips, blonde hair at the time.
Yeah, because back in the day, we had
and she kept going up to every guy and talking to them, getting them, like, boom, boom. I was like, who is this fucking bitch? And I want to be her friend. Because she was a hustler from the get-go. And I was attracted to that because I love that. Like, she was just going one after the other. Like, she didn't stop. I was like, is she on fucking drugs? Like, because
maybe.
No, not yet.
No.
Yeah, not at that time.
She
was shut up. She was like the Energizer bunny. Like, she just could not stop. And I was like, fuck, I admire that. And I was so attracted to that. And then we introduced each other. We met up and we became friends. And yeah.
Now, Marcela, did you ever give it up in the back VIP room? Or is that you don't want to disclose?
No.
Oh, wait, we were dirty girls.
Yeah.
You're dirty.
Yeah, we were dirty girls. We were like, here's your napkin, your souvenir from the Crazy Place too. And I kind of loved the dirty clubs.
Yeah.
So I started in Tampa, Florida. That's where I was raised. And I worked, there was 2 clubs that when I first started, there was Mons Venus on one side, and then there was 2001. 2001 had the VIP room, but Mons Venus didn't. So I would work Mons Venus and take the customer from Mons Venus across the street to the VIP room and get more money. And I would do that. And the second club, they knew what I was doing and they didn't care. And they'd be like, oh, how's so-and-so at that club? Wow. So those clubs, I started off at nude clubs. Like nude.
Love it.
Like, and because girls would ask me and they would be like, how can you work nude? And I was like, hey, that's how I started.
Yeah.
And I did work at clubs where they would have like features or whatever, but I kind of prefer back then I preferred the nude clubs. I did receive back then, because it was the 90s, like prejudice, like I was Hispanic and, you know, they wanted all the white girls at night and all that. So,
and thin.
That
was a big
because I had
thing.
I had natural curves.
Yeah.
Big, you do have, I'm not gonna lie, she was walking in, I was checking out her butt.
Oh, hell yeah. How
could
you
not?
Thank you. Well, now it's finally in, but
I was trying to be cool. I was like, I ain't trying to look at your booty like that.
No, you're very respectful. I appreciate that.
I was respectful.
I like the pervy. You could perv out on me.
Okay, I'll perv out on you. I checked you out too.
Yeah, that's where I started at, was over there in Tampa, and then they started raiding the clubs. So that's what made me go to Vegas.
Oh,
because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get in another paddy wagon today. Because I got in a paddy wagon once, like with my manager. I'll never forget that. And I went to Vegas, and because I knew, like, you know, I need to keep on hustling. I had a kid at a young age and everything. So I went to Vegas, and that's where I ended up for like a little bit. And, but I did kind of a circuit of strip clubs. Right. But that's how we met, and we really got along because like, I'm a hustler. I like to make money, but I also I always enjoyed dancing. Out of all the sex work I have done, I'll be honest, stripping was my favorite. It is a young girl's game. Like, now that I'm older, I don't, you don't do it. I don't do it, but it's definitely a young girl's game because of the amount of energy that when you go out, that you have to be on your feet, you have to talk to everybody. But I'll be real with you, I really enjoyed, that's the aspect that I missed the most, of talking to different people. And I used to love getting lap dances because I had my style giving a lap dance.
She had she was a great ass.
Yeah. Well, I would tell guys, like, come in with like sweatpants or like
you would tell
basketball shorts. No, I'll tell any guy like that. Like, I even tell, like, now I just do OnlyFans and I do video calls. And I talk to these guys, I go, yo, you never been in a strip club before?
Not one like that.
Well, but I would tell them because I would want my regulars to come back. I'd want, if you're coming in, you getting 2 or 3 lap dances, I want you to come back. So I want you to be comfortable. So wear some basketball shorts, wear some, sweatpants or whatever. And I'd say, okay, position it straight up. And when I gave that dance between her
big butt,
because of my butt, the ass crack, I would squeeze it and I would move it I would move it right on the.
Hey, she got skills with the butt.
Right, I would do that.
You do. You were able to make it. I was able to make
it. Yeah, so I really
on
would
stage.
Work. I would really give that lap dance, and then if I could work in a club too, sometimes I would get on my knees, and then I'd have big tits, and that was another thing.
Your titty dudes,
yeah. Because to make the most, you're spending your hard-earned money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That is worth some money.
Yes.
I need that right now. I need that. I had a stressful.
Exactly.
You'll
get your money's worth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. Like, that's why I always appreciate you have a stressful week or whatever. I want to make that dance like last or whatever, but also like, I don't want to rip anybody off. One thing about us, we never did dirty shit. We never robbed anybody or whatever. I was with one girl.
You didn't rob nobody. That does happen a lot.
That does. We didn't do it. Some girls would be like, oh, they're dirty or whatever. I might have hustled or whatever, but the one thing about me is, and I have some regulars, if they tell me they're on hard times, I respect that. You come back to me when it's time and ready. And that was my mentality.
Did you ever give any like deals? You guys give any deals? Like they were like, well, I only got $50, baby. Can you do something?
Well,
like,
no, I used to. What was it at the one?
No deals.
No. In Tampa, I would be like, okay, we used to do 3 for 50 or something like that, 3 for 50 or whatever. It depends, though. Not all the time. No.
Just to the regulars.
Right. Regulars, I treat better. If you come to me new and you asking for a deal, it ain't on the table. But if I see you're coming back or whatever. Or I even appreciated, remember the guys at Crazy Horse that would sit in the back and just have a drink and we would talk to them?
In the VIP?
No, they would sit outside.
At the bar area?
They sort of at the bar, they would sit there and they would just sit there and get drinks, and if nothing was going on or whatever.
I hate those.
Well, those boring? I would appreciate them because it was like I would appreciate it.
She loves to converse.
I like to converse. And
I'm about the
and
dick.
if nothing was there, it was
she's about jingling. She's not playing no games.
But for me, it was better to go sit with that guy for a minute and stay out there to watch versus go back into the dressing room. That was the way I see. You know what I'm saying? Because then you go all the way back and you get lost in that dressing room, and we had a big dressing room.
Yeah. Did you guys ever get like in trouble for doing nasty stuff?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would get reprimanded, but thankfully not. I was never busted or anything.
Spearmint Rhino though, they got on. When Crazy Horse 2 shut down, which that was a great club, Spearmint Rhino popped up, and they were the worst, and they treated me like crap. And I remember when MySpace came out, I made a little business.
Yeah.
Right. I know.
Remember the top 8? The top 8
yes.
Or the top 4?
No, but I pulled in.
Funny.
One time, I'll never forget, I pulled in a guy from MySpace from England, and then he came in the club, and he spent $600, and he gave the bouncer $100. Well, then I get called in the office, and they're like, what are you doing bringing people into MySpace? And I told the manager, I go, do you want me to bring him to a hotel room next time and just X you out?
That's smart.
We do like that. We did like that.
But like I'm getting reprimanded because I'm bringing in guys from MySpace. I said, yo, and they're like, oh, we understand. And then he shut up then. And what it was, the bouncers, they were at Spearmint Rhino, they would like harass us too much.
For tips.
Crazy Horse 2,
they were awesome.
They were appreciative. If you tipped them, they were thankful and everything. Yeah. But Spearmint Rhino, like some girls were tipping without even, they would take the customer away, and the girls wouldn't even make money and tip the bouncers. Yeah. And the bouncers were just helping those girls all the time, and these girls made no money. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, so what I do is I get the customer to tip.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like that day, that customer, not that bouncer, wanted a cut out of my $600.
Wow.
That's how greedy they were.
Yeah, you know what? I dealt with that a lot with the like, say the bouncers wouldn't want to walk the girls out because they didn't say, oh, that girl doesn't tip me good, so I'm not walking her out, or something like that. Yeah. Or the DJs will get mad at the girls and not want to throw them on the stage because they don't get tipped.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel you have to respect everyone that's doing their job.
It goes in a
circle.
But
yeah, I don't like anyone that's trying to like force you to extort.
And I actually sued. I don't know if you remember, in LA it was called Harbor Inn or something club or something, and Harbor City or something. I worked at a club for like a minute in LA, and I sued them. And I'm going to tell you what they did is.
What they do to you?
One day I worked and I made no money, right? I made no money at all, right? And so
I remember because you needed me to lend you some money. So you still owe me.
But no, like it was just a bad day. Everybody made no money. And so a bouncer walks me out, and then I noticed one bag's missing. So I came in the next day. He goes, oh yeah, I got your bag. I'll get you later. And I was like, cool, whatever. And again, it was another slow night, and I had just enough tip out, and everybody was suffering, and the manager was drunk or something, and he even yelled at a regular client. It was weird. And then I said, look, I just have enough tonight for the tip out. I can't, you know how slow. And the bouncer goes, yeah, you got to give me more money if you want this back. And I go, but yo, you saw me not make any money. It's not like I'm making money hiding it from you. Man. Like, what the hell's happening? So,
you remember that bouncer's name?
I don't know. But he basically said,
yeah, we're going to call that guy out. Who is that guy? Where was he? What does he look like? We're gonna.
Yeah.
All right. I want to know, Ava, what is the wildest thing that you've done actually in a VIP room?
Oh my God. Don't roll your eyes.
Yeah, I want to know what's
the nastiest thing. Oh my God. I mean, I don't even know if I can narrow it down.
Okay, what's one that pops to your mind that you're like, damn, I remember this.
Okay, well, I do remember there was this guy in a wheelchair and he couldn't talk. So he had a computer.
Holy moly, I got to hear this.
All right. And he was dancing with the shy nice girl.
Damn.
And I saw him, and I'm just I'll go up to anyone. I'm a hustler. Like, I don't care. I don't discriminate. So I went up to him and I'm like, hey, baby, you want to go in the back room? And he's like, no, I just came out. He's typing all this because he can't talk.
Okay.
So I said, you know what? Do you want to come? And he's like, what? I'm like, do you want...
He typed it.
He's like, well, he didn't say what. I was like, do you want to come? Do you want to get off? I was like, take me to the VIP room. So he wheeled his way to the VIP room. And
This is crazy.
So, but you know what? Let me tell you something. I pulled out his dick, and it was fucking huge. And I was like, what? I was just in heaven, and I just like got him off, and I was just like in heaven with it. And then I remember him typing me, thank you, you know.
So just for the audience that don't know, there was a song called Computer Love. And that's where that song came from.
I guess
Computer Love. So after this, we got to bump Computer Love. Thank you, Ava Devine, for being a great help in creating that song. I didn't create it, but for the artist that created it, that's a great song, Computer Love.
I mean, that wasn't the nastiest, but I do, that's like one of my million of sexcapades that happened in the VIP room. But I just remember that because I just remember pulling out that big club, and I was like, fucking hey.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And he was so great.
Computer Love.
And he came and he was so happy. Yeah.
You are a pleaser.
Good.
Yes.
How about you, Marcela?
I remember this was a club like in Florida a long time ago. And me and my friend, this is probably the first time I ever fucked a guy in his ass. And I'll never forget it because he was like an old truck driver. Like, and he was, and he gave us each like $1,200.
You and Ava?
No, she wasn't there. I had a friend, this was in Florida, like way back then. This is actually before. So, I had a friend. Yeah, I'll never forget. He paid us $1,200 each. No problem. He was like, just like a truck driver, like a white guy, like real. You would, and if you saw him, you would
did
never
this in the VIP room.
The club had like an additional VIP room, and they had a sex toy shop.
Damn.
So he went in,
wow.
and I forgot it was like called Pink
there.
Pony or something. It was one of those clubs. I remember this was a long time ago, and I think this was in Miami too. So there was like a sex toy, so he bought a dildo or whatever, and he goes, "I want this up my ass," and so. The bouncers, they knew, they were like, are you guys down for it? They were like, okay. Well, I was like, I'm down for it.
Yes.
And then my friend was nervous, and I was like, look, let me handle it. And it was a strap on, and that was the first time ever I used it, and it was like second nature. But he didn't wash his ass. I remember. I normally have I do have a weak stomach.
So yeah, poo poo hanging out. Yeah, poo poo coming out. Oh man.
Yeah, I remember that happening. She was gagging, and I wasn't, which was amazing.
That's
and
disgusting.
I think at that so that's the most disgusting. Like
poo-poo.
in a strip club.
Oh.
But I was down, and I just remember it was so easy, and I was like, God, can we get another guy like this?
Man, you wanted another guy like that?
Well, because it was, for me, it was like, I was like, oh yeah, look at that, like, you know.
Man, so did Caca Man enjoy that?
Oh, he loved it.
Caca
He was
Man.
happy. He was like so happy. But my
so
friend was
funny.
just like, she was kind of shocked and she was gagging, but you know what I mean? She assisted me because I was like, here, make sure it goes in his ass. I don't have to see the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was just doing it. So that's probably the nastiest.
So that was a trucker. So for the ladies that are dating truckers, be wary of them truckers. I don't know.
Yeah, they
Watch
need to
your
get
ass. Watch
a
your
shower
ass.
piece.
Yeah.
But I did have one time a guy buy a plate of shit in San Diego. I was down there.
Your poop?
Yes. So I was
What
down
do you do with it?
So I was down in San Diego. This
What
was the
the
time
heck?
I lived in LA.
Oh, God.
And he literally, because I did a little BDSM or whatever, and he says, listen, I'll pay you $500 for your shit. In the morning, he goes, put it on a plate like that. And so I put it on a plate, did it. Now I'm grossed out thinking about it.
What did he do with the poop, though?
I don't know. I don't ask. But basically, I put it outside, and sure enough, he goes, oh, I left. Thank you so much. And then I go, and there was $500 in an envelope. So that was
worth $500. That's $500 poop.
Yeah.
Ava, does anything gross you out, like as far as poop and stuff?
You know what? No.
Have guys asked you to poop on it?
Yes, and vice versa and stuff. And I've had not in the strip club, but I've had to butt fuck guys, peg guys with strap-ons, and they shit all over the dildo and like that. And like, I used to, like, at first I was very, like, I was like, oh shit, this is fucking nasty. And this guy wanted to clean it off, you know, with his mouth. And I was like, sorry, Invincible.
Whoa. No, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
cool. Hey, that just shows you that we live in the interesting. People are interesting, right?
But this is the thing. So at first, I was very disgusted. I was like judgy. I was like, "This is fucking nasty." And then I said to myself, "You know what? Snap the fuck out of it. I just got paid to deliver a fantasy. Who the hell am I to judge?" And I said, fucking suck it.
And not every guy.
Not me. I mean,
this is the thing. Yeah. Just because I'm dominant, like I have to say something or stuff like that, we only do it when they ask. We don't force people. Right.
Yeah.
So if you tell, like, if a guy comes into club, because I've been on other podcasts where we're like, I don't do that shit. I don't do.
Yeah.
No, if somebody came and they wanted a regular lap dance, whatever, they're going to get a regular lap dance.
It's what the customer, you got
to request. Right. And what we're comfortable with. Right. And I've learned throughout the years, I'm very comfortable with a lot of fantasies that or fetishes or whatever that they like.
Yeah.
Because like I was telling you earlier, you know, I feel that for me, I get so into it and so like turned on, not so much of the act, but because I can mentally get in their head, and it's like an empathy thing. Like so it's almost like it's like a connection. Well, it's I don't know I don't know if that's considered pleasing. I guess so, but I'm also like it that bond, that connection I build with that person, and being able to connect with them in that level and that sexual level, and making them totally comfortable and breaking down their barriers and their inhibitions, and for them to be so vulnerable with me, it's like a gift. Like I really love that. You know.
You know, for me, I've always been kind of the guy that I get pleasure out of pleasing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like my pleasure. Yeah. Like if a woman was to say, "Oh, what turns you on?" Well, what turns me on is a turn you on.
Yes,
and I'm kind of like a pleasure delayer, so I don't know. Like,
I've met a lot of guys like that they want to please me, and oftentimes I did tell them to massage me. But they're kind of guys.
That's kind of soft to me.
Well, no, but I'll be like, rub my butt, or
I like that. Yeah, I'll rub your butt.
Like
I'll still get her feet rubbed and her back rubbed.
Just make sure they don't have bunions or nothing.
Right. But what I'm saying is, when I get a guy that wants to, those are kind of like too easy. Like
those are too easy.
Too easy for me. Like, oh, you want to please me? Like,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
because they're too docile or submissive.
Yes,
not like that. I mean, my goal is to make you come.
Right.
Like I want to make you come and do it more, and then I want to do whatever, you know. I want to just, you know, I want to go wild on you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's hot. Like when your partner is having a good time.
Yeah, I like it. Like she likes name calling, right? And when I was dating, I used to be like, "You nasty slut, whore, bitch." I used to like that.
Yeah.
That turned me on.
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm your, you know, this and that." And I think that's really. Does that stuff turn you on, or is that just part of the?
No, I do like it. Like I have one guy that used to love, like when he's about to come or in the middle of, you know, while I'm playing with him, he loves like totally cursing me out, calling me bitch, whore, and he'd fucking explode, and that made me excited. You know, and I'm not shy with names. Like, you know, I mean, I don't want to be called ugly or fat or something. But
so don't call it.
But exactly.
You're far from that.
Yeah,
so
but you know, like I'm not into like total degradation. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't mind like someone call me bitch or slut. You know, because I know it's in good fun.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm always trying to be like open minded and have a good time.
Yeah.
With someone. Yeah.
Well, what I want to do is I want to get back into some stripper stories because I know you guys got more, and I love. Not that I like the poop story. I mean, it is interesting.
Right.
It's
You said the dirtiest, nasty.
Yeah. That is pretty dirty and nasty, right? But I know you guys have some more stories. Do you guys have any stories when you guys were working together?
Oh, God, we have a gazillion.
What's one that might stand out to you guys just spontaneously?
Well, I remember when she fell in love with, when I say fell in love, it was for like literally not even a couple days, but the dorkiest guy came in.
The nerdiest guy.
The nerdiest guy.
So she likes nerds.
No. There's more to the story about this because they're the nerdiest guy ever, and he came in the club and she goes, "Oh my God, I'm so in love." And we're
That's
like, ooh, and she goes, come and see this. And this guy had an elephant size. It was probably the biggest dick I ever seen. Yeah, it was the biggest dick I ever seen in person. And she was so in love, but he was so like awkward. And I think after 2 days, then she fell out of it. Like, it was just like, it was more fluctuation,
infatuation.
Yeah.
With this
But
big
he
dick.
had a huge dick. And we were like, me and the other strippers were just laughing, and she was like,
I pulled him in the back. And
she pulled him in the back, and she was just like in love. So I'll never forget that, because here you see like this awkward guy that you would never even think. And it was like an elephant-sized cock.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and then but it was like a quick 2 days that she was over it.
Yeah.
So you got a thing for big dingling.
You know what? I do.
We were young.
I guess I'm considered a size queen, but I love all cocks, because I'm like, I see beauty and sexiness in everyone. So it's like.
So looks don't matter to you? You're pretty
Not really. I mean, of course, aesthetics are, if you're good looking, that's great. But for me, I feel like, I need that chemistry with someone.
More of an inner chemistry. You know what's kind of weird is like, right, I don't know for you guys, but a girl could be very pretty, but if there's no that connection, then it's kind of like whatever. Like you can try to force it, but you can't force energy, right? Yeah. Energy is what it is. Like when you meet somebody, you kind of have a sense of, do I like this person? Do I like his energy, right? Yeah. Because we introduce ourselves, we see a physical. It's really kind of energy.
Yeah, it is. That's what it boils down to. And I mean, I do like a nice girthy dick. Like if I
like them cut.
You like them cut?
I like them cut.
She likes them anything.
Any. Yeah.
She likes them anything.
Yeah. I like them. And I like shape balls.
She likes shape balls?
Yeah,
she likes hairy balls.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's like night and day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
You guys are yin and yang right now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't really hate on nobody, and you can have a conversation with somebody and you might like them no matter what they look like.
But I do have to admit, I do like I said, a girthy dick.
Okay.
So if they have a small dick, then I'm not so excited. Okay. I'll have to admit.
Yeah, you're not excited. You're like,
whatever. I'm like, I could take it or leave it. Okay. But if they have a girthy dick and great chemistry, then it's on.
All right, what do you rate yourself as a porn star? Like what are you in the top 10, top 5? Do you ever rate yourself? Do you ever say no, you don't
I tell everybody this is the number one porn star.
No, I say I've
that
known
like
you forever.
I know,
You're
but
biased.
there's a new breed of porn stars coming in.
They ain't as bad
they ain't as bad. They're not real, and I see through people like this woman from the moment I met her. She was made for porn.
Yeah, I did. I was like made for the sex industry.
And she's the real deal. So I personally, as a friend, as somebody that knows her personally, this is the real deal. You ain't gonna get any more real than this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Nobody can suck or fuck as hard as Ava Devine.
You are definitely. You perform great.
Thank you. I just love sex. Like I do. I really, truly enjoy it. I think it's fun. It's beautiful. And like I said, like if I can connect and get in your mind, my motto is I want to fuck your brain as well as your dick. Because I want to understand what makes you tick and what gets you hot. Because in turn, that gets me excited. Okay. And even if I'm not that excited about something that like it really isn't my forte, I still want to connect with you, and I feel like that's my role, and like as a partner.
So how often do you have sex?
Every day.
Every day you have sex?
Yeah.
You have sex every day too?
No, I wish.
No, she wishes. She's hating on you right now. She's like, I wish.
I wish, but I just, circumstance in my life and stuff
I totally
like that.
understand. Yeah. That's why you can play with yourself, right? Yeah. Do you play with yourself every day?
Not real. Like, I'll be honest, because I need to have the real.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's how really what gets me off is the real deal. The real deal, yeah.
Yeah, so not playing with yourself does not.
Yeah, not so much, but I notice also the older I get, I am getting more turned on by men and certain stuff like that. Like would men have clothes on or stuff like that, or
men have clothes on
when they have like uniform or like men look good when they dress up.
Okay.
That's the thing. Like for you guys, you
Yeah.
can look at women halfway dressed, but when men are like, they have a nice suit or they put on like you have a nice shirt.
I was thinking like, shit. All right, I'm gonna put on my work clothes right now, girl. What's up?
No, but sometimes like I've been in situations where if the UPS man,
you like
UPS driver,
you like the UPS
he
man.
looks good. No,
Yeah.
but for real, I've seen like some mailmen, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like they didn't.
All
Yeah,
right.
like, and that to me, it's like, and then there's nothing like a hardworking man, and you see him in the uniform. Like I said, he could be the mailman, he could be the UPS driver, he could be.
My cheeks are hurting from laughing
like
so hard.
servicemen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, look at. I have a story, and I've told this on a previous episode.
Okay, let's hear it.
There was a guy that was a mechanic that came to the club, right?
Yes.
Came in his jumpsuit full of oil.
Love
I
He
love
got
that.
a lap dance, right? The girl comes out, no lie. She has oil handprints on her back,
Love
on her
it.
chest, and she's like, look at me. And I'm like, hey, baby, you got to go clean that because it was all over her. And he came out happy as hell, so I guess you're right. A woman does love
I love it.
And I love a hard working man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it's
just
weird.
love
Like,
him
and I've
hard.
noticed as I've gotten older.
She just wants a hard one.
She just
It
wants
don't
a
matter.
hard-
As long as you have a hard one.
Yeah.
So what about if a guy doesn't have issues getting it hard? What do you do?
Does have issues getting hard? Oh, that's tough. I guess I'd pump him with Viagra or.
Viagra. So that's the answer.
Yeah.
That's the solution. Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I will fight and try and get that dick hard, but sometimes they may need help. Their testosterone levels are low, or they're too nervous, or whatever. But like I said, I try and make everybody I'm with as a sexual partner, even in company, non-sexual relationships, I want them to be so comfortable with me.
You know, I find that true because look, check this out. I've had girls where I barely meet them on the first date, and they're like, "Whip it out."
Oh, I love it.
Really?
Love that kind of gal.
And I'm like, hold up, like, baby, I don't even know your name like that.
Yeah.
Like, we just barely, I barely sat in the car.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Well, that's
whip it
okay. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm not gonna be hard. Like,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
not, it takes a little, because
Stimulation.
a little stimulation.
Yeah.
Like, I like a little bit of kissing. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
good.
I love kissing.
That's that
you know what I mean?
Latino, baby.
If a girl can't kiss, baby, you gotta get out.
I know.
Get
Yeah,
out the-
kissing's very
Yeah,
important.
and I like them to wear their high heels, leave them on. So leave your high heels on.
Oh, well, that's like a 90s, 2000
Is that
rule.
what it is?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Us old school porn girls and strippers, we loved keeping our heels on.
So you still
Now-
keep your heels on?
I do, but a lot of girls now, like when we shoot with, they don't want to.
They don't. So you
Yeah.
guys still wear lingerie and stuff, and for your guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you like guys, girls. You
Yes.
Guys,
primarily guys.
when I can get the guy, when I can get.
You can't get guys no more?
Well, no, it's just that, like, I live in New York now, and things are different.
What's going on? What you seems
Yes,
like you're
let's
having
hear
some,
it.
she's
Let's-
having some
I-
issues.
it's the
What's
West
going
We
on?
have to have
I'm
a
gonna-
little
I'm gonna-
dating
what's
site.
going on?
Yeah.
We
I'll
gotta
be
help her.
honest, I
What's
work
going on?
every day. I do.
I'm single, so
You
what's
single.
up, baby? We
Love
can just
invincible.
remove these mics right
I
now.
just-
and
remove
just
these.
no. I'm just-
I love it.
No, I moved
think
to
we just
the
did a
East Coast in
matchmake.
2019, and just then the pandemic happened, and I'm in New York, but I really don't go out so much.
Yeah.
So, and then because I work always online,
Yeah.
I don't have that chance to go out like I wish I could.
So you're introverted right now.
Right, I'm introverted, but it's you know what I'm saying.
And you don't have a social life because you work. She's a workaholic.
I work
yeah.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
I have
She's
two
a
different
hustler.
podcasts,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, talk about your podcast. real
yeah,
quick.
I have
Yes.
two different podcasts. So the one that I have Get Schooled with Marcela Alonzo, which I basically have all different types of sex workers. They could be strippers, they could be escorts, they could be people I've had porn stars, I've had porn directors, I've had you name it. Like I even recently interviewed a girl that did burlesque, all different types. But we're sharing the realities of sex work because I noticed during the pandemic a lot of people started sensationalizing because of OnlyFans. I'm like, and I missed the old school way of the strip club and everything. So I wanted to bring some of that back, and I wanted to bring the people that I've worked with through the years. And so I've done already like over 43 episodes of Get Schooled by
That's
Marcela
pretty cool.
Alonzo.
Yes,
So I've got a
good
lot
for
of
her,
episodes
yeah.
down, and I'm always, I have that. And then because I always was a stripper, I never really enjoyed music because I would I started in
what kind of music you like?
News.
Well, music.
It depends. I'm not really a music person. It's just because of working I started a nude club, so certain songs.
What are you bumping in your car right now? What are you bumping in your car?
I'm putting like a little bit of reggaeton or hip hop.
She like reggaeton. What about you? What are you bumping?
I love electronic dance.
Electronic?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go to rave.
Yes.
I used to like that a lot, but it's like again, I'm not.
It's too anxiety ridden.
Yes.
Is it?
So she knows me, right?
Yeah.
So I enjoy.
I gave her a Celsius yesterday, and she was like, I feel like I'm cracked out.
I did. Yeah. But so I always like on my days off. I enjoy comedy shows because you go,
I like that.
you sit back, you watch the comedians. So my other podcast is Sunday Funday with Marcela Alonzo, and I have a lot of Latinos on my podcast because I noticed like the East Coast, West Coast, there's a difference for we're Latinos. There's the Puerto Ricans on one side on the East Coast, and then there's a Mexican. And because I lived 10 wonderful years, and I wanted to like kind of introduce both cultures, and comedians always travel, so that's what the other podcast is about.
We're a little different here on the West Coast.
Yes, it's very different.
The Mexicans are a little,
Oh, yeah.
We're the vatos over
Yes,
there.
I miss that.
Ooh,
I love it.
That's fun, right? She loves it.
All right.
She said she's Mexican by injection.
Oh, yes. She is Mexican. Oh, she needs some injection. She needs some Mexican
Injection
injection right now, baby.
She's all excited.
Yeah, she's getting excited. We're getting excited over here. Okay, but Ava.
Yes.
I want to talk about, because you're the anal queen.
Yes.
Definitely. And I did see a video where the booty came out.
Yes.
And and is that video still out where the booty came out?
It must be. It's on the internet somewhere.
Is that painful?
No. So I'll tell you how it really It started with me. When I was younger, I always had eating disorders, and I used to do a lot of. I was a laxative bulimic in my teen years. Mm-hmm. And I would do a lot of laxatives, and of course you expel, through your butt. And it would, over time, it would weaken my muscles, I guess. And then I discovered that I absolutely adore and love anal sex on me.
More than in the punani.
Yes.
You like it?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you orgasm through the booty?
Well, I got to rub my clit, but yeah. I love getting my ass fucked. Because I didn't realize how stretchy and wonderful and hungry my asshole is. And I've been doing it anally. And when I first started the industry, like 2003, I would say 2004, there was a period where fisting was allowed to be on cam. Or it was like, for me, it was like I was discovering fisting and double anal and stuff. And I loved having my butthole stretched.
You got your butthole fisted?
Yeah. I did. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah.
I regret not giving up my ass enough.
It's
you didn't give it up enough?
Well,
it's good. Yeah.
I do enjoy anal sex, but I regret not giving up my butthole when I was
more
younger.
often.
So now you want to give it up more?
Well, when I was younger. Now
like that in
You know what I'm saying? Now, like, I just regret it. I'm like, damn, I should have done that more.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But so therefore, I prolapse. Yeah. But it doesn't hurt, and I've had surgery before, and it doesn't work because I continue doing anal so much. And then also when I do anal, I have to say I clean myself out thoroughly.
You got a nice
very,
booty.
very clean.
Looks nice.
My booty doesn't look. My booty hole isn't like beautiful, but I love it.
I think
do you like it? I kind of like
it
too. Yeah, it's kind of big.
For
I love
people that are watching, they can actually Google her booty hole.
Yes, yep. I enjoy it. I don't want a little virgin asshole. No offense, but
no, she's gonna get help.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna pop that cherry. Yeah, but I do understand that it was from wear and tear, on your body with the laxatives, with the tons of anal stretching and cleaning out thoroughly.
Yeah, I want to know if you ever had like an embarrassing moment while shooting porn, or you ever had like maybe a certain thing where it was kind of maybe not, you weren't turned on by somebody you're shooting with.
No,
you've never.
No, thank God, no. I mean, one girl had a vomit once, and she ran into the bathroom because she was deep throating too hard.
Oh, she was deep throating.
Yeah,
I did watch an interview with you where you were saying that the people like to get? What would make you throw up or something like that?
Some I've had customers, fans, and everyone like, "Will you vomit on me?" I'm like, "Ugh." That's okay. That's my one thing I won't do.
Won't do. What about getting peed on? You like getting peed on?
Yeah.
You like
golden showers are fun.
Yeah. So I could pee on her. Pee on
yeah,
you,
exactly. I'll pee right back. My stream is like intense.
We just have a peeing party.
Yeah, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, Ava's crazy. All right, how about you? You ever had an embarrassing moment while at the strip club? Because I know you.
I've always I've done everything but professional porn. So for embarrassing moment, not personally for myself. I'll be honest that I could think.
You never witnessed somebody having an embarrassing moment or something.
I've witnessed guys all the time having embarrassing.
I guess
moments.
that incident she was just describing.
Like I've had a lot of where guys have done stuff. But for me, no, not personally, because I've always prepared myself.
So another question I have is, do every guy you guys meet, do they all want to like hook up with you guys, or how do they kind of see you guys?
I don't mind, but
she don't mind.
I don't mind it. I don't get offended.
No?
If they're like just want to fuck, I'm like whatever.
So if somebody tells you, "Oh, I just want to fuck," you're like,
"Yeah, if I'm into them, sure. If I'm not, then I'm like, oh."
You're like, okay, maybe not.
Yeah,
yeah, but you don't take that offensive.
I don't take that person.
How about
or
you?
Offensive.
I've gotten. You know what has happened with me because I do a lot of phone sex before. I've gotten. This is a long time ago. I'll never forget. A guy called me and he was into cockhold fetish. And cockhold fetish is where other people are watching, and the guy, he had like an accent. He goes, "I want you to be," and then you fuck other guys. And I was like, let's go to a swingers party. And I got turned on because I was like, damn, I'm down for this. But then that's when the day I realized like some guys are just talk.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of phone sex and I enjoy that, but there's been times where I get like, I'll never forget that incident where a guy was talking about like he wanted me to screw other guys, and I was like, let's go to a swingers party. I'm down. I'm ready. And then he was like, oh, no. I just want to talk about it. And I was like, no, I'm down. Let's go.
He got more turned on by actually discussing it.
Discussing. Yes. But I was like, well, let's go. And this was a site called Night Flirts a long time ago.
I remember that.
And then that's when I realized, some guys like online, they just want to talk.
Yeah.
So sometimes there has been incidents where like online, this is where it gets frustrating. Guys have talked about something and I'm like, wow, let's go. I'm down. And then it's like, no, they just want to talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah. And I've come across people that sometimes it's hotter for the fantasy to not be lived out. Yeah. For the guy or
just
for the
to
partner.
Kind of talk about it.
Yeah. And that's hot too.
Is there any fantasies? Because I did hear this was an older interview about you wanted something with a father and son.
Yes.
Did you ever live that out?
No, I have not lived that out.
Would you ever do that still?
Totally.
She would.
Yes.
Is there any other fantasy aside from that you would want I'm
You know what? I'm so blessed that I have been able to live out my fantasies. I'm very fortunate, and it's a blessing because it's like everything I've ever thought about or wanted to do, I've somehow lived out.
You've done it.
So yeah.
She's a rock star.
Well, no, I feel like it's because I was so in touch with what I want, like we were talking about earlier, as you get older, that I was able to be fully in touch with my boundaries and what I want. And luckily enough, I've been with trustworthy partners. So I was able to live it out with them.
So a question I have is, you shooting porn, I know that you have learned a lot about us fellas. What have you learned about us fellas?
Well, I would say, I don't necessarily know if I can answer that from just porn. I would say throughout my whole career of being a sex worker, I've learned so much. Being in the adult entertainment industry, I've learned so much about men. I learned that, let's see, there's so many things. Some are shy to tell, I feel like not a lot, but some guys are very shy to tell you what they want, what they're into, what's because of their background or the way they were raised or whatever. But I feel like for me, it's like I have to make sure that whoever I'm with can feel safe with me and that I get what they're what they like, you know? So, because I want everyone to open up and, like I said, drop their inhibitions. So some men are very, very not, very easy. They'll tell you what they want. Yeah. I want to finger up my ass. I want you to suck my, you know, very demanding. Then some guys are very shy and introverted, you know? So I guess maybe it's not so much about men, but people in general. I feel that, you know, when I talk to someone, I just want them to feel safe and uninhibited because I'm very open-minded and easygoing. So I like to give them that aura, that vibe, so they can open up to me, because I feel sex is, I would say, 90% mental, in my opinion. That's only my opinion. I'm not getting facts or anything. I feel it's 90% mental.
You guys think sex is super important in a relationship?
Totally.
Oh yeah, in a relationship, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta have it.
Yes.
So if a man is not pleasing his woman right, would women most likely cheat on the man?
Not cheat,
or vice
but
versa.
leave.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
I think it would be not necessarily cheat. I think eventually leave. Like, you've got to have some sort of like weekly or something, every couple of weeks sex, and at least be, you know, each person is being satisfied to keep it going. It doesn't need to be every single day, but it is an important element to keep the relationship going.
Go on.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people suppress, men or women, suppress what they really want and what they really like.
I think maybe they're afraid to be judged.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
Everybody's afraid to be judged.
It's fear of their, it's a lot of fear. It's very fear-based.
We were all wild. Like, for instance, I was dating a girl and she was saying, hey, why don't we go to a club or a bar and I'll go there, you meet me, like we just barely met. And then we'll go just, you know, go and screw at the pad or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought
like
that was cool.
Play,
just role play. Just do something different, right?
Yes.
I recommend going to a strip club together and doing something, right? What are your guys' relationship tips? That's what I want to know.
You go first.
I think it is.
You need a guy.
Oh, I need a guy.
Let's hear it.
No, well, first thing I want to say about men that I've learned through alternate sex workers doing sex work is there's a lot of good men out there. Like, there's a lot of good men, and a lot of my regulars, I notice they're good people, you know, and I've witnessed guys that are married. They may not, you know, they get lonely like in their marriage, or, you know, I have currently a lot of single guys that are my fans that I do video calls, and there are a lot of good people. And I've had even regulars, like one of my regulars recently told me he's about to go in a relationship, so I'm not going to hear from him for a couple months because he'll disappear, but he always, he lets me know. Well, you know what? That shows you how good men are.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, a lot of women are like, men are cheaters. They go to the strip club, whatever. No, there's good men out there. And I've had customers that tell me they disappear and they come back. Hey, I had a girlfriend. Hey, I was in a relationship or whatever. And they're good people. And what they do is, and that's why I feel like sex work, it fulfills a man when he's in between a relationship or single or stuff like that. Because men, the testosterone, you're constantly horny. You know what I'm saying?
Horny all the time.
Right. But this is the thing. You can't just go to any random girl and I want pussy or whatever. Yeah. No, you're being disrespectful. Yes. So there is a need for strip clubs. There is a need for escorts. There's a need for massage girls and all that.
There is a need.
Yes, I feel there's a place for it too.
I have some of the best regulars and fans because they're decent guys. They're respectful, you know, because also they have respect. I'm respectful for them. So I kind of hate when I hear people like dogging men or whatever, because I have learned through all the years that I've been in the business, there's some really good men out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
see, I'm a good man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just confirmed it.
Right.
I love it.
And I think there's a need for strippers. There's a need for like porn for Amanda. You know, it's Sunday morning, he didn't get laid. He may have to beat off, or, you know what I mean? It's Friday night. He ain't get, you know, any tail. He might go to this shitty bar. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is more respectful than a man harming a woman or forcing himself on a woman. Exactly. So there is a need for sex, you know, for sex work, as long as it's two adults consenting and all that. Like, I don't hate, and I have to educate people that are not in this business about, you know, as sex workers, we're not trying to steal your husband. We're not trying to steal your man or whatever.
I have a good question.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
going to ask.
Okay, let's hear your question.
Okay. So, do you guys feel that if your partner went to a sex worker for a service, would that be worse or better than your partner going to someone and having an affair or an emotional affair?
That's a good.
Do you prefer transactional or do you prefer emotional?
Well, first and foremost, I'll probably say neither. Yeah. However, if you're asking if I had to choose one,
if you had to choose.
If a girl's honest with me, that's why I love porn stars.
Yes.
Because why do I like them? They're honest. They tell you exactly what's up. They're the strippers and a lot of regular girls out here. They're bullshitting. They'll go out there, lie to you, act like they're cool. I'm not saying all women are like that.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of great women out there.
Even when I was doing porn, my younger years, I was such a liar to my partners.
Pants on fire.
So,
liar pants on fire.
To my partners.
Yeah. So I think if a woman's straight honest with you, I think you have more respect. Like you're being honest, okay, I respect that. But I think I've talked on another episode about this where a girl was saying the lying is more important to me than the actual cheating. Yeah. And I get it because lying is you're really lying to somebody. And you have to dig and find out. Yeah. Yes. That might be more of an issue.
So you would say, which would you prefer?
I would prefer a girl being honest, saying, "Hey, I got to go get this money."
Well, no. I mean, like your partner saying, I'm gonna like you found they cheated. Mm-hmm. Okay, without you, they had sex with someone.
Okay.
Would you prefer her to go and hire someone to have sex with, or prefer her to go and meet someone and have an emotional connection?
The other way, not emotional, because emotional.
Yes, right.
Yeah. The emotional,
I feel that way
that's
too.
Deeper. That's
something. Totally. Yes.
That's because they say when a woman leaves a man, right, that it's more of a emotional connection. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I always think because when we hook up, this is what we talked about this too. When us guys hook up with a girl, it's not really an emotional connection. It's just
it busts a nut.
I just want to bust a nut. I just want to get something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're not really like. We might not even want to be with that girl ever again. We're just trying to smash on it and roll out. But the women, they're like, later, see you later. Yeah, and you're wondering, what happened? What happened? And us fellas might go a little crazy not knowing what the hell happened. We're like, what's wrong with us? We're not... Girls feel that way too, but I feel like for us dudes, it impacts us a lot more. And I feel like us fellas haven't lived life until we actually got our heart broken. Oof. Yeah, heartbroken is crazy.
For men, I think it's harder than women.
It's harder. Hell yeah. Way
I've
harder.
Seen that for men.
Yeah. Every dude got to get their heart broken.
Because I deal with the guys all the time that have the broken heart, and I get,
Yeah, every dude got to get their heart broken to really say they lived and they're, living.
Well, I was told by a wise man, if you don't experience struggle, you won't ever understand what happiness is.
That's true.
And because I feel like the struggle, it kind of builds your character, right? Yes. Speaking of that, this is something I want to ask.
Okay.
Doing the escorting, I'm pretty sure this comes with a lot of trial and a lot of ups and downs. Is it scary working in these environments at all? Or have you dealt with something where you're like, you know what, this is kind of dangerous?
When I was younger,
it was dangerous.
When I was escorting for the agency, back in the day, it was, if you want more work for an escort service, you have to get the agency fee. That's like first and foremost when you get to the client. So I sometimes when they don't have enough money to tip you for extra, I'd have to like kind of give them minimal and then run out because that's all I got was the agency fee. And I put myself in pretty dangerous situations when I was younger, but I was also very careless and, silly, I don't know. But I feel that, so that was pretty dangerous to like.
So it is dangerous.
When back in the day, now I was escorting in the 90s. So now I don't know. Now I haven't escorted in a long time, but now there's verifying the clients. There's ways to verify who they are. So I feel now it's less dangerous, I think. I don't know.
Well, I noticed a difference after the pandemic. There was a whole bunch of new people that came into sex work. And I've noticed now they don't really know what they're doing. So I have seen a lot of...
providers or the clients?
Well, I've seen both, like, just sex workers in general, whether they be OnlyFans, escorts, whatever. We used to screen, we used to be cautious, take deposits, whatever, but they're kind of doing things that are putting other sex workers at jeopardy, and they're kind of careless, or they're thinking with that vanilla brain, the square brain. They're not they're thinking like they're still squares. You get what I'm saying? So
they don't know the game,
and they don't know the game, but they're also, I've noticed, the new breed. I call them pandemic Beckies. They're coming in. They've never made money like that. They got attention. This is the first time in their life they got attention, and it kind of goes to their head, and they don't want to listen to nobody or no OGs or whatever. And I see I've seen recently like situations where I'm like, I ain't gonna go around to that. That's dangerous or whatever. Or I wouldn't do that. So I've seen a lot of, like, since the pandemic happened, like, people just get in the business and doing all kinds of stuff and kind of I call it fucking up the game.
Messing up the game.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I got a t-shirt called fucking up the game. Don't fuck up the game.
Don't F up the game. Right,
because they're doing things that are kind of like, yo, that guy would have paid you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, and they're doing kind of stuff like that's putting it, and then the guy will come to you. Well, I didn't have to pay her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get emails all day long, guys wanting to collab with me, and they think like I need the content with them, and they got an OnlyFans, and I'm going to collab with them, and they're nobodies. You know what I'm saying? And
well, if you ever need to collaborate, I'm available. I'm available to collaborate, baby.
I love it.
I'm ready to roll. You know why? Hey, check this out, because a lot of girls have hit me up. Like, they're like, I don't have a place to shoot. I don't know what to do. And I started thinking, I'm like, man, I should jump up in this. I'm about to just, nah. But
or you could rent out your place.
Rent out my place.
Rent out your place. That's a better.
But they need some. I don't know. Is this true? They need something, right?
A dick.
They need either that or they need something. So I'm like, wow, I'm available.
Yeah.
Call me if you need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
But on another note, I want to know, do you guys think porn helps with, I'm going to be real.
Yeah.
Her porn has helped me become a better performer in the bedroom.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Shout out to Ava Devine. I'm a champion. I think
I love it.
I think I'm a champion. I mean,
I love it.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I
Okay,
can
do you think porn does help out?
Oh, well, I'm
watching porn. Okay. Do you think watching porn helps you?
Okay, so when I was escorting, I feel it was a con, because watching my porn, a lot of the clients that I saw, or even some guys that I would fuck on the reg, just off camera or without pay, they would be thinking that I need to get fucked like that, and my porn is hardcore, it's very safe. I know the actor, there's a director, everything's prepared and planned. When you get into a room by yourself, no cameras, no one around, and the guy wants to shove his dick down your throat, like hardcore, like, like a movie, I feel that it kind of hinders the reality
of the intimacy, right?
Yeah, because they're thinking I need to get fucked like this, or they watch my movies and think they have to fuck like the male porn stars. And
I'm gonna say what I learned. I learned positions.
Yeah.
And then I seen her and I said, damn, I want my girl to do that too.
Yes.
I learned some cursing
yes.
at the girl.
Okay, that's fun.
Dirty
that's
talk.
Fun. But some guys feel like, when I remember I used to escort a lot, and they thought that when I gave them the PSE, the porn star experience, they felt that it was the full on, like, it was like going to be a porn movie, and like they get to smack me or throw their dick cram their dick down my throat repeatedly until I vomit saliva.
Oh, I get it.
And it was like, you know what? That I get it. With the porn, with the scene, it's 4 hours, whatever. Go there, shoot, go home. When I escorted, it was hours on end, all throughout, like 12 hours, 8 to 12 hours a day, seeing different people if I'm lucky. And it's like, I don't want to be treated like that by every man, and so I feel like it could hinder it. And then also, a lot of guys do expect their female or their partners to fuck like a porn star. And it's like, I feel like, it kind of, it could be beneficial, but it also can be a con. Yeah.
So do you guys like the intimacy, the kissing, the caressing?
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it?
Yes.
You need
Love
that,
it.
right?
Need that, yeah.
The
Off
foreplay,
camera, yeah.
right?
Love it,
Foreplay
yeah.
is important.
Foreplay.
Not just come shove a dick.
Yeah, down your throat
Yeah.
and cram it so you puke up saliva.
For the audience, Marcela loves foreplay. Ava Devine loves foreplay.
Yes, and that's including licking your booty hole.
Oh, so she likes her booty hole lick. Do you like your
I
booty
like
hole?
to lick booty hole.
Oh,
too.
she likes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I like to lick balls.
Oh, I love my
Shaved
balls licked.
balls.
Hey, no lie, I
Shaved
love my
balls.
balls licked.
Yeah.
That shit feels good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
But that's foreplay for me too.
Yeah, that's foreplay.
Yeah.
All right. Another thing, because I'm an artist by heart, and one thing about me is when I'm creating some type of, when I'm working, I like to listen to my music over and over because I just like say, what can I done different, or what can I done this better? Do you ever look at your stuff? You never. You just kind of.
I don't want to.
You don't want to.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have so much intensity and so much fun doing it that I know for my own self, if I watch what I do, I'm my worst critic. And I will fuck my shit up for the next video because I'll be like, oh my God, don't say anything. Or I just won't be my authentic self. No. Because I've watched it and I want to critique it and make it better. So then I'll fuck up my whole show, my whole game, because the whole scene, because I'm not myself.
I think she's lived it up, right? She's definitely top 3.
No.
Definitely.
Yes. No, she is.
Gotta be.
Thank you, guys.
Like, I title her like the best porn star.
No,
that's
thank
why I'm
you guys. I'm honored that you guys.
No, I'm serious. You gotta be
Yeah.
top 3. You know how many people have babies because of you?
I
or
love
they
it.
Probably,
I hope
I'm serious.
so.
Or learn new
They're gonna have to
positions.
name
I like that.
Yeah.
I want to
You've influenced
enhance people.
I don't care what people think. Like there's people, like I've always told people this when they go to strip clubs, they judge the dancers, right?
Yeah.
I've heard this all the time. But I'm like, how are you going to judge the dancers when you're there to pay?
Yes,
you're paying the dancer.
exactly.
So you're basically tricking to the dancer, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, like, in your circumstances, people love seeing your work.
Well, I'm honored because I feel like it's I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel like it's a God-given gift. Like,
She's
you know,
gifted, right?
Yeah,
I
do. I feel like it's a blessing. Like I don't know how I came about. I don't know why I was so horny. I don't know how it came about. I love the camera. I'm blessed to love men and women, and
she loves women. See, we can all have fun right now.
But from what I'm saying, yeah, totally, and it's a fun thing. Like I am also blessed and protected that nothing has ever happened in my life that I was hurt by a man or woman for me to have a mental block, which happens a lot.
Yeah,
you know, there's a lot of abuse and stuff that's gone on in people's lives. I'm fortunate enough that hasn't happened, so I don't have a different outlook on sex or people. So I feel that, you know, it's a God-given gift.
I appreciate her because you, like I said, when I first communicated with you, you were super down to earth, and I was like, man, you know what? I love good energy.
Yeah.
You have good energy.
Yeah.
You have good energy. Yeah. And I'm glad you guys came together and came here and took your guys' time. I really love it. I love the whole, and you guys are freaks. So nothing's better than some two fine super freaks sitting right next to me. Whoever ends up with you guys gonna be lucky. Super lucky. You know what I mean?
Too invincible. You're a great person.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to know what you guys have pretty much learned. What can you take for maybe from your experiences? What can you give back to maybe like a young dancer, a young girl trying to get into porn? What are your kind of advice you can give to them?
What's yours?
Oh, my big thing is if you want to get into sex work and everything, be prepared. It's like a roller coaster with the money. Like it's going to go up, it's going to go down. Don't put all your eggs in one basket with a hustle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't rely on one source of income. You know what I'm saying? I think now with the new, with anybody that's in sex work, I feel like there's a need, you need to brand yourself. You need to be on all the social medias. You need to have, you know, some sort of fan site on top of that. And you are a brand, even if you're working in the strip clubs, even if you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, brand yourself, and that's the most important thing, because with that brand you could do, there's so many things now that weren't around when I was young, you get what I'm saying, that you could do with that brand to really capitalize on things.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How about you, Ava? What you got to say?
Okay, my advice is, I'm gonna mark this, but trademark it, but I feel you gotta give head to get ahead. And that's it.
That's a dope slogan. Give head to get ahead.
That's what I said.
So us fellas, do we got to give the women head?
Whatever.
Yeah, to get ahead?
Give whoever head to get ahead. Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
Do what you got to do.
And Ava does like to get her punani licked.
Yes.
So does Marcela.
Yes.
And they like the booty hole lick.
I
Both of you guys do. You like your booty hole lick? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to do that after this. I keep messing with you. All right. On another note, and before I wrap this up, I want to know, what is it like a day of life of living in Ava Devine's shoes? Like, what's an average day living as Ava Devine?
Believe it or not, it's quite boring.
It's boring, okay.
Yeah, I love waking up early. I have 2 Frenchies that I just adore, my doggies. I love family. I love meditation. I love connection with a higher power, who I call God. And I love, living clean, being healthy, and helping out others.
You know what I love, before I get to you, Marcel, I love that you don't drink. Even though I am drinking,
That's okay.
I don't mean any disrespect to anybody.
No, there's no disrespect
I am sipping, but I commend you for being sober.
Yeah, clean and sober.
I think that takes a lot of work. It's not easy being sober, right?
No.
So I really commend you on that. How about you?
Thank
you? Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much. It's a gift from God.
Yes.
Once again.
How about you, Marcela?
A typical day of my life. I am a workaholic. I work 7 days a week. I wake up in the morning. I turn on Sex Pamper. Usually during the morning, working between my 2 podcasts, editing, dealing with my producers, dealing with my editors, and then in the middle of the afternoon, I go and work out. And then I come home again and do a little bit more work before the evening time. And then way I relax is I love to listen to different comedy podcasts. So that's a typical
day of Marcela.
Yeah.
Marcela, for those that don't know, she's going to school to be an astronaut, everybody. Shout out to her. We're going to be in space pretty soon.
Yes,
we are going to be in space with Ava Devine. Right?
Yes.
All right. No. Well, thank you guys for taking the time. I would get into because I don't even know. I'm into conspiracies. I'm into psychedelics. I'm into all kinds of things.
Good.
Right?
Enjoy yourself.
We're going to do some psychedelics right now. but is there anything that you guys want to touch on before I wrap it up?
You know what? I love to do, I didn't mention, my big obsession is my OnlyFans. I love DMing people. I love the interaction with my fans. So my onlyfans.com/Ava Devine. I love working on that and religiously. And, I'm going to have a book written soon, and I have a production company. And just all that good fun stuff. Simply Divine.
Simply Divine. Because she is divine.
Thank
and
you.
I want to make her mine. That's how divine she is. Yeah. No, I'm serious. Her OnlyFans, I'm about to subscribe. She's going to be the first person I subscribe. I've never subscribed to an OnlyFans. Yeah, because she's created a lot of generational kids and
Thank you. I love that.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
That's crazy, right?
It's
that your work
crazy.
Can help people have kids.
I have 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds hitting me up going,
they're still loving your work.
I'm a huge fan. I'm like, what?
Definitely a goddess. Legendary.
Thank you. I love
legendary
it.
right
so
here,
much.
Right? Legendary. Can we agree? Marcela.
I appreciate you guys.
Marcela's about to be legendary. She is going to go to.
She deserves.
We are going to go to town right now.
I recently opened up a production. It's Latina production. So I have 2 podcasts under there. So my thing is I'm going to eventually. I want to start producing.
Good.
Producing.
Yeah.
Producing what though?
Producing podcasts
and
different sections.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
I want to do more podcasts, or it might be film. Like I would love to do like an independent film and put her in it and show her as a real person, opposed to porn. Like that's something that eventually in the future I'd love to work on. Like show her, but as a real person. You know what I'm saying? Not a porn, but like a real.
Yeah. Something. You know what? What I find interesting about her is that you are super down to earth.
Thank
I'm
you.
like, holy shit! Like she's super
real
cool, right?
deal.
No,
Super
but
cool.
you guys are. It's attraction and
Yeah.
laws of attraction.
Laws of
you're
attraction,
very
right?
down to earth.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be uppity or put up a guard.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's my ride or die. So
So people can argue with the laws of attraction being BS or this and that, but
Yeah.
no, we attract.
Exactly.
We're definitely
Exactly.
attracting as
What
we go,
sign
right?
are you?
I'm an Aries.
Lord.
Oh, okay. No, because I thought you would be a Libra because I'm a Gemini. She's Aquarius. So you're.
Oh, hold
fire.
on. Before I wrap it
Okay.
up, so Gemini's, you know how they say Gemini's
Yeah.
are two-faced, whatever. So I mean, I don't know. Is that
No.
you up
Two
and down?
personalities. It is true because sometimes I do. There is two sides to me. Yeah.
So you're cool and then you is it like bipolar or what is that?
I wouldn't say bipolar, but
You're
you know, I'm like aware of it and stuff like that.
So you're cool and then you might hate me the next time.
Well, as I'm getting older, I've just noticed that it's all about energy. So I tend to gravitate, to people that are like-minded, like me, and you know what I'm saying. I'm cool, but like I like my space too, which is a very weird thing.
Yeah.
I can be by myself for days.
That's good.
I love
But then
that.
I like attention too. Yeah, we're kind of weird like that
Yeah.
where we, you know what I'm saying. So it kind of. I do need to be around people, but then there's times I don't.
You need your own energy.
Yes,
To really
yes,
reflect on
yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
I like that about you. Ava Devine, you're an Aquarius. I know a lot about Aquarius.
Really?
Because
Do
you
tell,
guys
I
are very personal and like your space as well too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either or.
Either
I
or?
can go either way.
You
Yeah.
kind of go in and then you kind of like
Yeah, I mean, I like my alone time because
Alone time.
I'm comfortable in my own skin, so it's like I don't mind spending time by myself or with myself. But
we just popular loners, huh? That's what
Yeah,
we are.
no.
Well, you
but
have
I
to
do like
love
to
your being
socialize,
by
yeah.
yourself sometimes before you can be around people. If you don't like your own company,
Yes.
then it's not good. And I think there's something to be said about like meditation and prayer and everything
Yeah.
because it grounds you and you need that space to think and evaluate situation and what move am I going to make next. So that's important. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta love yourself.
Right,
And
love
that's
yourself.
one thing that I tell everybody. I'm my biggest fan. I
Yeah.
love myself. You know what I
Good.
mean? I don't care what anybody says, and I think everybody should love themselves and be their number one fan because they are the
Yeah.
greatest.
That's
You
good.
guys are the greatest. I am the greatest. We are all great.
Yeah.
Be great and let your light shine to everyone.
I love it.
Yes,
Shine, baby.
Shine, baby.
Shine
We're gonna
like
shine.
my lip
I'm gonna take another
gloss.
drink.
Yeah.
We're gonna shine.
That's right.
We might take
Shine.
an ayahuasca trip
Ayahuasca.
right now,
Oh
baby.
my
I got my water.
All right. Shout out to you guys. I want to thank you guys for coming through. Is there any shout outs?
Oh.
Anybody we want to diss that bouncer. Screw that bouncer.
Screw that bouncer trying to extort
Yeah,
you.
trying to take her
Yeah.
money,
Come
man.
join ilovemarcella.com. That's with one L, or check out all my social medias, marcellasobella.com. You can find both of my podcasts there too.
MarcellaSobella.com. Make sure you go check that out. Ava Devine, please plug your plugs.
Okay, yes, you can go to theavadevine.com and then you can connect with all my socials on there and everything else. So
Yeah, subscribe to their OnlyFans because
Yes.
I'm about to subscribe, so make sure you guys subscribe too. A lot of fire content. She is going to be collaborating with me right now, so we're going to be able to do it. So check that out.
I love it, Invincible.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank
It
you
is-
so much.
Yes, this is Invincible with the Gentleman Club Diary, and we are up and out.
Yes.